Alright, let me start by saying this story is not just shocking, it's downright jaw-dropping. It's one of those tales where every layer you peel back reveals something even darker, more twisted, and more heartbreaking. So, if you think you're ready, grab a blanket, maybe dim the lights, and get comfortable because this is going to be a ride. And hey, before we dive in, let me know in the comments, where are you watching from tonight? I love seeing how far our little community reaches. A quiet suburban neighborhood on the outskirts of Minneapolis, where life seemed so ordinary it was almost boring. The streets were lined with modest houses, each with well-tended lawns and porches adorned with flower pots. It was the kind of place where neighbors borrowed sugar from each other and parents watched their kids play in the cul-de-sac without a care in the world. But behind the curtains of one particular house, a story was unfolding that no one could have imagined. Layla lived in that house, a beautiful, composed woman in her mid-30s. She was the wife of Amir, a hard-working engineer, and the mother of 2 young boys. To outsiders, Layla seemed like the perfect embodiment of grace and devotion. She wore her hijab with pride, attended mosque regularly, and was known for her kindness. But as you know, appearances can be deceiving. Layla's marriage to Amir had started like any other, a whirlwind of love and promises. Amir, a devout Muslim, was a man of routine and discipline. His days were consumed by work and prayers, and his evenings were spent quietly at home. To him, Layla was a partner, a homemaker, and a mother. But to Layla, something was missing, something she couldn't even put into words at first. It started small, as these things often do. Amir's love had grown distant, replaced by a sense of duty. Conversations became mechanical, their intimacy reduced to mere formalities. Layla found herself yearning for connection, for passion, for something that made her feel alive. One chilly morning, Layla stopped by a local coffee shop on her way to run errands. Behind the counter was Ryan, a 27-year-old with an easy smile and a mischievous glint in his eye. He was the kind of guy who could make anyone feel special with just a few words. "Let me guess," Ryan said as Layla approached the counter. "Caramel latte, no whip?" Layla chuckled, caught off guard. "How'd you know?" "Lucky guess," Ryan replied, handing her the drink with a wink. That harmless exchange was the beginning of something Layla never saw coming. Over the next few weeks, she found herself stopping by the coffee shop more often. Their conversations grew longer, their laughter more personal. Ryan was everything Amir wasn't, spontaneous, carefree, and intoxicatingly charming. The gym membership that wasn't about fitness. As her relationship with Ryan deepened, Layla decided she needed more me time. She joined a local gym, claiming she wanted to focus on her health. But the gym wasn't about exercise, it was about Daniel. Daniel was a personal trainer, a college student in his early 20s with a sculpted physique and an infectious energy. Layla met him during her first week at the gym, and their connection was immediate. Daniel saw Layla as an enigmatic older woman, someone who exuded confidence and mystery. For Layla, Daniel represented youthful passion and excitement. Their relationship started innocently enough, friendly chats during her workouts, the occasional joke about her form. But it wasn't long before those chats turned into stolen moments in the gym's parking lot, where they'd sit in her car, talking and laughing for hours. As if 2 secret relationships weren't enough, Layla's life took another turn when Malik, an old friend from her hometown, moved back to Minneapolis. Malik and Layla had grown up together, sharing memories of a simpler time. Their bond was rooted in a shared cultural background, and Malik's understanding of her struggles made him irresistible. Unlike Ryan and Daniel, Malik was deeply aware of the risks Layla was taking. He often tried to dissuade her, urging her to reconsider her choices. But despite his warnings, Malik couldn't deny his feelings for her. Balancing 3 relationships was like walking a tightrope, and Layla's double life started to crumble under its own weight. Ryan, ever the observant one, began to notice small inconsistencies. One evening, while scrolling through Instagram, he came across a photo of Layla at the gym, her hand casually resting on Daniel's shoulder. Who's this guy? Ryan texted her, his tone dripping with jealousy. Just a trainer, Layla replied, brushing it off. But Ryan wasn't convinced. He started showing up unannounced, catching glimpses of Layla with other men. His jealousy turned into obsession, and he began following her, determined to uncover the truth. Daniel, meanwhile, grew suspicious after overhearing Layla mention the name Malik during a phone call. And Malik, who thought he was the only one who truly understood Layla, began noticing her growing distance. It was a cold December evening when Layla's secrets finally collided. She had arranged to meet Ryan at a secluded park, desperate to calm his suspicions. Unbeknownst to her, Daniel had followed her there, convinced she was hiding something. Malik, too, had decided to confront her after she cancelled their usual meeting without explanation. What unfolded that night was nothing short of chaos. Ryan and Daniel spotted each other first, their anger erupting into a shouting match. Malik arrived moments later, stunned to find Layla with not one but two other men. "Who the hell are you?" Ryan demanded, his voice echoing in the cold night air. "I could ask you the same thing," Daniel shot back, his fists clenched. "Enough!" Layla shouted, stepping between them. "I can explain." But it was too late. The tension had reached a breaking point, and a physical fight broke out. Fists flew, accusations were hurled, and in the chaos, someone pulled out a knife. By the time the police arrived, Ryan was dead, stabbed in the chest. Daniel was arrested at the scene, his hands still covered in blood. Malik, injured but alive, was taken in for questioning. Layla, standing in the middle of it all, was left to face the consequences of her actions. The story dominated local headlines, and the once quiet neighborhood became the epicenter of scandal. Amir, devastated and humiliated, filed for divorce and moved away with their children. Layla, ostracized by her community, became a pariah. Daniel was charged with manslaughter, his life forever altered by a moment of rage. Malik was released, but his reputation was shattered. And Layla? She disappeared into anonymity, her life a cautionary tale of secrets and lies. So, what do you think? Could this tragedy have been avoided, or was it inevitable from the start? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And remember, sometimes, the quietest lives hide the loudest secrets.